Tatina nga lu junga niha na niha ta parche niha ton tangzir. Te tsete tonjini to anga diwan de chigna nga to olu teme kebe. Ma chundi gishi tselefin de langme kebe. Elaji ata tekshi dirnala ta sanens ke chepro kebe. Ta takela nga takela lu nga chi nga tiga tangzibe. Ta nga lu niha tangite dirna ta ni ta domozi kebe.
Over the past 9 weeks, I've been travelling across China to investigate how 30 years of rural developments has impacted the lives of farmers across the country. For the last part in the series, I've taken a bus from Xining into the mountains of Qinghai to find out how the recently announced rural development policy, that will guide developments for the next 10 years, meets the needs of some of China's poorest communities. The village of Duowa sits on the slopes of a deep, dusty gorge. As I crossed the frozen river that joins the community together, I spotted Yang Tor descending onto the ice with 2 large buckets, and I asked local villager Ho Bu, who had agreed to be my guide for the day, if we could divert our tour to investigate. Following her down to the iced river, we came to a hole where she began to fill her pails. Running water taps had been installed in the village, but they were frozen, and until spring, Yang Tor and all the other villagers had to continue to rely on the river water for feeding their livestock, and a spring about 2 kilometers away for drinking water. I went through the list of promised developments: a new road, access to new schools in the county town, health insurance, pensions and support for new agricultural technologies, and all were present in the village. But like the frozen taps, not all were working as well as they might. Local farmer Niang Jia sat down with me to explain.
Landi malikwa ata shanstarbe shansta kori sonrbe ta parcha chamnirbe ta joni sonrbe ta harcha kai kantan jugube ata timade ta tizgine ta shifu tolaji tumoti zagzi sonrbe ta tizgine ta jekke landi litanata ata takyo keta ta ngana ko salurbe ta takyo yulurbe na ata chu tazina ta keta zantron juguna chu kan juguna tazina taripe ta ke suna tanga ta son ta shirong jiznala ta ke ta kangenz me kibe otan dumo zanchazgo kibe ta tripe ta se shena ta tanga chen dini tanga chuangi dini ke shinere na ta ke na mara ta zontro sonere zontro sona minga shagbe ta dini ona jutkhni kibe jutkhni shajige ke ta hamage ta mara chana shajiyan tsges ke go tuyolong be ta mara sona rusa me kibe atishna ni je ke sama 사주 통중 작업에 되겠으나 그다 이게 찍고 도와텔 오케이 계시더나 다시 이게 사게 당주 산처나다 도무지야 당잉 사게 다 개나 있어는 말이 도무지야
But not everyone agreed all the developments had been successful. The closing of the village school, one of around 280,000 that were closed in the last 10 years to allow education authorities to concentrate on better centralised schools, was the most contentious, as it meant children started later and had to board at the school as it was too far away to return every day. Wang Mao Tai's child was physically handicapped and was neither able to attend school or afford to get the medical operations he needed because the new insurance was still not enough to reduce the cost to an affordable level. And one farmer, who asked not to be named, was unhappy with losing land to build the new road, but overall felt the village was improving.
다 상타 우초 전학게 제초 소도 다 아까 존랭게 테라 말이 직속까지 다 당근어 상당근어 제초 상타라 오는 말이 예스가 담머스티가 오는 게 뭐래 저대야 고마대 다 대상타 화피네 좀 좋게 손을 봐 내가 친하도 동자도 뭐 매운 거 배나
For the coming years, the government intends to concentrate on finishing the tasks set out in the previous 10-year plan, while at the same time improving on the new services provided. Under the plan, the frozen taps issue is scheduled to be solved, as well as rising the quality of water to that enjoyed in the cities. Although the new plan allows for increased subsidy for children with congenital heart disease and leukemia, the treatment of other children like Wang Mao Tai's son will remain at the same subsidy rates. The widening wealth gaps between the urban and rural areas were the driving force behind the new policies. Fan Xiaojian, head of the leading group Office of Poverty Alleviation and Development under the State Council, commented when outlining the plan. The average income of China's urban residents was more than 3 times that of rural residents in 2010, and in response the government was increasing spending in rural areas in the coming years. In Dwah, things were clearly improving, though there was still much to be done to match the living conditions of people living in China's cities. Niang Jie, however, preferred to reflect on the achievements to date rather than look to the future.
all the time okay luria mandagabe ninde mandagabe ata jekke okay kesnoyo motsoke okay nini okay kando somo okay taponshi gomu na gomu 자나 용버사게 용버사나 정말 자체 된게베 자체 되나 다 도모도 그다 사는 그 제pe 오케이 도모도
애기야 단단 장소선 그 담배 좀 치고 숨어 지그 샤라만 주고 땡고도라만 주 야자간 버텨도 그런 거
This is DJ Clark in Duowa, Qinghai for China Daily.